Good morning, children. Today we will revise our chapter Life under the Mauryas. Before we start learning about life under the Mauryas, we will have a revision of the Mauryan Empire. As we know, with the help of a wise Brahman, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, Chandragupta Maurya had established Mauryan dynasty in 321 BC. His capital was at Patliputra, which is modern Patna. So, the Mauryan Empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya in 321 BC, and he was succeeded by his son Bindusar, who was succeeded by his son Ashok. Ashok was a very famous ruler. Even now we have so many things of Ashok. We have Ashok Chakra, we have the edicts of Ashok, which we study even today. Ashok stepped down from his throne in 232 BC. He was succeeded by a series of weak rulers. In 185 BC, Brihadrath, the last Maurya ruler, was murdered by Pushyamitra Sunga, and thus the Maurya dynasty came to an end. Now we will study about the sources that tells us about the Mauryan Empire. Now we take the roll for we have various sources. First one is Indica. Second is book Arthashastra. We know about these two are books with which we come to know about Mauryan Empire. They are Indica and Arthashastra. There are some other things also that with which we can know about Mauryan Empire. They are Jain and Buddhist texts and the Ashokan pillars and rock edicts. Jain and Buddhist texts. Ashokan pillars and rockets. These are the various sources which helps us know about the Mauryan Empire. Now, in Arthashastra it is written, in the happiness of his subjects lies the king's happiness, in their welfare his welfare. He shall not consider as good only that which pleases him, but treat as beneficial to him whatever pleases his subjects. That means the king was very concerned about his subjects. He considered them as their children. The subjects were considered as children by the king. Now, Mauryan administration consisted of central administration and provincial administration. Mauryan administration consisted of central administration and provincial administration.
Please tell me the page number of which you are telling to me.
Central administration and provincial administration. Mauryan administration consisted of central administration and provincial administration. Central administration means Mauryan administration was centralized. What does it mean? It means all authority was in the hands of one person, that is the king. All authority was in the hands of the king. All authority was in the hands of the king. All authority was in the hands of the king. He was commander-in-chief of the armed forces and the chief justice of the land. The king was assisted in his work by council of ministers called the Mantri Parishad. He was assisted by council of ministers called the Mantri Parishad. So, the king was assisted in his work by a council of ministers called the Mantri Parishad. Each minister was in charge of a particular department like revenue, agriculture, defense, charity, and the ministers in turn were assisted by a large number of officials. The ministers were assisted by a large number of officials. A large number of officials. Now comes provincial administration. The empire was divided into provinces. Each province was placed under a governor. The provinces were divided into districts, each district being placed under an official called the Sthanik. The districts in turn were divided into villages, each under a gop. So we can write like this. Empire was divided.
Do your face what light.
Empire was divided into provinces and provinces into districts and then villages. So, empire was divided into provinces, which was the governor used to be the head of the provinces. Governor. The head of the provinces was governor. The head of the district was Sthanic.
Okay, but can you tell me the poem on
Sthanic. And the head of the villages was Go. And city administration had also 4 parts. Each administration was under an official.
Close your eyes.
The mayor of the city was called Nagrik. The administration was run by 6 boards. Each board had 5 members or commissioners. Each board looked after different departments, namely industries, foreigners, matters relating to records of births and deaths, sanitation, weights and measures, and public utility. So, we can say that Mauryan administration consisted of central administration and provincial administration. And the central administration was in the hands of the king, and provincial administration was divided into provinces, districts and villages, and governor was the charge of provinces, Sthanic was the charge of districts, and Gop was the charge of villages. The rest of the things we will do in the next class. Thank you.